Ethereum technical analysis predicts $40,000, Bitcoin's mining difficulty expected to rise, etc. are the top stories today. Stay tuned till the end of the video so that you will not miss any important updates. Welcome to Daily Crypto News Channel. Abra CEO bullish on Ethereum, predicts ETH could hit $40,000. Abra's CEO has predicted that the price of Ether could reach $40,000. He is more bullish on Ethereum than Bitcoin. The use cases are through the roof, said the executive. Abra's CEO predicts Ethereum price. The CEO of crypto trading platform Abra, Bill Barrett, shared his thoughts on why he is more bullish about Ethereum than Bitcoin in an interview with CNBC Friday. He also predicts that the price of Ether, ETH, could reach $40,000, a significant increase from the cryptocurrency's current price. Barrett explained, Ethereum's network effect is based on this idea that it could become the world's computers. It's being used for stablecoins, NFTs, non-fungible tokens, DeFi, decentralized finance, and gaming now. The CEO expects that with staking coming, there will be a massive influx of people trying to hold Ethereum. Comparing the network effects of Ethereum to Bitcoin, he opined. The network effects for Ethereum in the short term are actually more bullish to me because of the use cases that are just starting to play out. He continued, if the gas fees and the transaction fees come down, which is the promise of the proof of stake, look out because now all of the impediments of those network effects are taken out of the way. However, the executive warned, we may have a bit of a sell the news effect after the initial rush to stake happens with the upgrade in June or July, whenever it happens, the upgrade to proof of stake, so you may see kind of sell the news pullback. Nonetheless, Barrett said without mentioning a specific time frame. I think you are talking potentially $30,000 to $40,000 Ethereum. He opined, it's deflationary. The use cases are through the roof. It's just all the stars are lining up for Ethereum, in my opinion right now. Meanwhile, a panel of fintech experts at Finder.com is less bullish than the Abra CEO. The panel previously predicted that ETH would reach $50,788 by 2030. That estimate has been lowered to $26,338. At the time of writing, ETH is trading at $2,518 based on data from Bitcoin.com markets. What do you think about Barrett's Ethereum price prediction? Let us know in the comments section below. Analyzing the Bitcoin mining industry panorama following BTC's price drop. In this past months, crypto has experienced high volatility, even for the industry. How has this been affecting the mining industry? Has it created a selling pressure from the miners' reserves? Crypto markets have experienced highly volatile months, even by crypto's standards. The year began with rising inflation shortly followed by the Russian and Ukraine war, causing Bitcoin's price to retrace significantly from the $50,000 level at which it stood by the end of 2021. This recent series of events have impacted the mining industry in a negative way. The industry has grown tremendously, boosting competition and elevating hash rate to sustained levels not seen before. These low prices has affected the mining industry profitability, and as a consequence miner reserves have decreased, likely to cover companies' day-to-day costs. Furthermore, We will explore China's crackdown on mining long-term effects by analyzing the current hash rate distribution. Quick refresher. The hash rate is the aggregate power contributed by miners to secure a proof of work blockchain. This computing power is used to solve cryptographic algorithms, SHA-256 in Bitcoin's case, to process transactions and reach consensus in proof of work blockchains. This indicator serves to measure how strong a network's security is, since the greater the hash rate, the more difficult it becomes for an attacker to try to overtake 51% of the mining control. As can be seen above, Bitcoin's hash rate has soared over the past few years, currently setting new highs at the 200 ms level. This is in part due to the growing industry popularity and institutions wanting to participate in the evolving market. As the hash rate increases, competitiveness for mining increases as well, making the industry less profitable to existing miners. Miner reserves track the balance of addresses belonging to mining pools. Bitcoin miners appear to have been selling and decreasing the amount of Bitcoin in their addresses, which has dropped considerably from the beginning of 2022. Currently at the lowest since 2011, miners' total amount of Bitcoin sits at 1.95 MBTC. As clearly shown above, Bitcoin miner reserves have decreased significantly, probably in direct relation to the hash rate's robust growth. An increase in hash rate means a more competitive environment, lowering profits for miners. Similarly, Bitcoin's decreasing price puts further pressure on miner margins. Due to these reasons, it is likely that miners are decreasing their Bitcoin holdings in order to cover their short-term operational costs. While miners that have held Bitcoin for years may still be able to impact Bitcoin's price, the data shows that the marginal effect that they can have by selling has decreased significantly. The volume share pertaining to miners has constantly declined, currently sitting around 0.97% out of the total Bitcoin blockchain volume. Aside from decreasing margins, Bitcoin mining also underwent a major change in its structure following the Chinese ban last summer. This significantly altered the distribution of mining pools and their hash rate. Mining pools aggregate hash power between various miners to provide them higher odds of obtaining block rewards and more predictable income. Into the block measures the concentration of hash rate by the mining pool. The indicator above shows mining pools' hash rate distribution over time. Having passed 9 months since China's mining crackdown, effects are being felt. Once important, Binance and Huobi's Bitcoin mining pools have completely disappeared, currently, both having 0% of the total mining hash rate distribution. The fall of Bitcoin mining pools associated with China gave room for new pools to grow. In between them, Foundry USA pool, which has dominated the industry throughout the last 90 days, having mined 2,267 blocks. China's Inner Mongolia region used to be home to the majority of the digital assets mining industry. Soon after the crackdown, companies fled China and settled new permanent operations. Texas was a major beneficiary of this migration. Subsequently, towns like Denton, Texas, which after a devastating winter storm left the town in debt, have felt the positive impact. Core Scientific, a publicly traded company, closed on a deal with the town to establish operations on their natural gas power plant and in return helped secure the repayment of their loan. In conclusion, despite miner reserves having significantly dropped throughout the years, they are not creating a significant selling pressure that could negatively affect the price. The most probable cause for this decrease in holdings is their need to cover operational costs, which due to the high hash rate and low price may cause a greater impact on them. Furthermore, 9 months after the Chinese crackdown, strong ripple effects were felt throughout the mining industry. Foundry USA pool, a United States associated pool, has dominated the space throughout the past 90 days for the first time. Finally, the United States seems to be on a road to becoming the leader in the mining industry, with new policies being embraced. Apple co founder Wozniak believes crypto should be at the heart of the business, stating that the current system is artificial. We praise the pure mathematics approach of Bitcoin, suggesting that he would love the world to be running on crypto. Apple co founder Steve Wozniak has said Bitcoin should be at the heart of our business dealings. However, he went on to say, the government will never let it get out of their control. If it got to the point where everything was done with crypto and it didn't pass through governments for observation and taxation and all that, nah, governments would just disallow it. Wozniak berates the ability of the Federal Reserve to create new dollars, comparing it to the fixed supply of Bitcoin's 21 million. He claims that the government makes all of its taxes off of inflation. Fiat is an artificial system. It is not like science or math or logic or computer programming. Given that earlier in the interview, he claimed that Bitcoin was pure mathematics, it is clear why he is so passionate about crypto. He has long held this stance, and he does not show signs of abating the belief. Wozniak says Bitcoin is natural. In 2018, he stated, Bitcoin is mathematically defined, and it's pure, and there is no human running, there is no company running, and it's just growing and surviving. That to me says something that is natural, and nature is more important than all of our human conventions. He echoed these earlier statements this week because of nature over humans, always. To Wozniak, it seems Bitcoin is something that has evolved naturally. It is pushed forward by a collective of people from all over the world with no CEO, no managers, no board of directors. It has no founder and no centralized leadership. Bitcoin will go wherever the technology takes it. Bitcoin is what Apple was not. As someone who famously left Apple due to his disagreements with the direction leadership was taking the company, it is unsurprising that he has fallen in love with Bitcoin. To Wozniak, I believe that Bitcoin is everything that Apple was not. It is a modern technological marvel based on logic and mathematics, two things Wozniak understands very well. There are no sales targets with Bitcoin or even project deadlines, something that plagued him at Apple. Conflict over the price of the Lisa and project deadlines ultimately led to Wozniak leaving Apple. A conflict in crypto results from an unsuccessful upgrade. If validators don't accept an upgrade on the Bitcoin blockchain, it creates a fork, and everyone continues with their code. Companies, however, don't have this option and have to restart the debate until there is either consensus or someone leaves. The removal of the human aspect of the business is something that Wozniak admires. Wozniak has a horse in the race. Wozniak is also involved in a pre-sale token, Unicorn. It will be interesting to see how he tackles the above concerns as Unicorn gains pace ahead of its proposed launch in 2023. The asset-backed token announced in February has not yet been tokenized, with the project proclaiming to be a better investment than Bitcoin. The token will hopefully not be akin to other crypto projects that Wozniak has labeled as just collecting a bunch of money from people who want to invest at the very earliest stage. Their website asks the question, is it realistic to compete with Bitcoin? To which they quote, technological trailblazers often fail to stay out in front. We don't excite or InfoSeek or Webcrawler, we Google. Those search engines were born before Google, but only the latecomer became so universal it turned into a worm. Although Bitcoin has been around for 13 years, the crypto market is nowhere near mature. There may never have been another type of asset where winners and losers change so fast. Wozniak is undoubtedly a fan of crypto, and he is undoubtedly a genius when it comes to the world of technology. However, only time will tell if Bitcoin will be the infoseek of the blockchain space. It is a question I have asked before. I can believe in a world where my children have never heard of Bitcoin, but crypto is a part of daily life. So, could Wozniak be behind yet another technology that will change the world? Thank you for watching. Subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for regular notifications when we post a new video. If you like the content, kindly share this video with your friends and press the like button. Happy learning!